Hello again, it's Roy Johnson, National Sales Manager for John I. HAAS. I'm here at the Innovation Center with John I. HAAS here in Yakima, Washington. I'm here today with our brewmaster, Virgil McDonald. He's going to show us around here at the Innovation Center and more specifically at the brewery. Virgil, if you can you let me know and the audience know more about yourself, your history, and what do you do here at the center?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, so again, I'm Virgil McDonald and I'm the brewmaster here at HAAS Innovations Brewery in Yakima, Washington. Prior to life, I've been a brewer and a maltster for most of my adult life. However, some people would argue that I don't behave like an adult, but nevertheless. So I came to HAAS in 2012, and at the time, HAAS was in the process of developing this innovation center. Okay, this whole area was just a big field. And so we started with dirt, and now today we have this brewery, state-of-the-art brewery.
Whenever anyone comes here, they really their jaw drops. Kids in a candy store. Can you tell us a little bit about the brewery?
So we designed this brewery with two things in mind. First of all, we wanted repeatability. We wanted to be able to create a very homogeneous starting solution so that we could trial our hops and our hop products. But really the driving force behind the brewery really is the hop breeding company. So most people know, but if you don't know, we're 50% in a joint venture with Yakima Chief Ranches. And so we have a breeder, Michael Ferguson, who works very closely with Jason Peralt. And those two guys come up with all the killer hops that we're seeing these days. And you know, the ones we're so proud of, we've got a few in the works now that we can talk about if you want, but we're real excited about that. So that was the driving force. It was kind of the vision of the Barth family, you know, especially Henry Barth, to have this innovation center in a brewery. So, you know, 8 years later, here we are.
I tell you, Virgil, you do a great job, because when our peers come in to kind of talk about beer, they always comment about how clean, representative the beers that you make. So hats off to you. What else? I mean, this is the Innovation Center. You're part of what goes on in this part of the building. What else happens here at the Innovation Center?
Sure. Well, we have a research and development group that look at everything hop related, the extraction. By now, everybody's familiar with the new thing that we came up with a couple years ago, Incognito, which is a whirlpool extract, a great. You know, our mantra kind of always has been maximum flavor, minimum loss. So that's the driving force behind all the stuff that we do here, really. R&D is always looking for the next great thing, and there's a few in the pipeline that currently I can't really talk about, but more flavor outcomes to maximize your flavor and minimize your loss. So we have the R&D group, and we also across the way we have a little, what we refer to as a nano brewery, but it's all the brewers always laugh at me because I call that the nano, and they see this as a nano, but this brewery is 2.5 hectoliters, so it's just the right size to do trials without wasting a lot of resources and raw material.
For this harvest, I know this is different because of who's not coming in here and what's going to be happening. What beers have you been kind of focusing on? What beers have you been making the last several weeks?
A few of them you may have heard of the new product Lupomax. So that's just released. It's a concentrated pellet. It's super repeatable and very, very tight specifications. Another product that the R&D group had developed, and now it's commercially available. So we've got a number of those products in tanks. We've got a couple HBC varieties that I don't think I can talk about just yet because they're so new. I can tell you that we're really excited about some of these new hops. There's a couple in the works. Obviously, we just commercialized Talus, which was HBC 692. Yep. Most of the brewers, listen to this or looking at this have tried it, or a lot of them have, because we spent a lot of time showing that hop to people here and at CBC. We're excited about that. There's HBC 586 is probably on Talus's heels. HBC 630 is another super exciting hop. There's any number of them in the pipeline. I think, today's flavor-forward beer market really appreciates some of these hops. So those are what we've got going right now, and then of course some trials that will remain nameless until such time as we can talk about the products. But we're having a lot of fun with the new products. I mean, every time I come across a new hop that just knocks my socks off, I'm pretty stoked.
Anything else that you need to talk about?
I just think that, you know, with the current pandemic going on and that folks can't come here, we're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities to talk to our friends and colleagues, and just want to say, you know, look, if you know any of your customers or anybody wants to talk to us in the brewery or anything, anytime, help with any flavor challenges or anything they want to do, we're here. We're a resource. That's why we're here, is to help with our customers' needs.
Again, thank you very much for being part of today's segment here at the Innovation Center at the Innovations Brewery. I'd like to thank Virgil very much for his time and his team's efforts for providing world-class beers that we're able to showcase our hops to the customers, which is the fundamentals and the beginnings of something really special going forward. So with that being said, cheers, Virgil.
Cheers, Roy.